All right, cool. Let's get into it. We got to enter the Moses one more time here.
Yeah, one more time, at least for today. Third map here, it's Mirage between MIBR and NiP, with Charles starting on the T side, MIBR on the CT side, and already setting up for a little bit of a crunch. They've just checked out the B side of the map. Now they're going through Underpass while the bomb is out here, and they've already set up pretty much every position for this. The smokes are into the bomb site. They flashed their way through the first corner, and now they're boosting into the window in the middle of it, probably hoping that Fur would already be reacting, but he was waiting, and that's a heads-up play for Fur. Rez will take him down afterwards, though, and it's still a 4-on-4, and those smokes are going to be fading at some point. Lecro drops Lucas, and now they should be able to get a bomb plant. There's the smoke fading Fallen. If he had actually pushed up, I think he could have stopped the bomb plant, but now they're in trouble.
Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble, but Taco's coming in on the flank. He's got one more to find, and he's got that. A great headshot, a stunning one onto Forrest, and Fallen. He can keep Rez pinned down. They commit to the fight. Rez comes out on top, and now Taco, so much to do. Players at different angles, and a repeat from Lecro seals it. 5 kills between Lecro and Rez, and another pistol for NiP.
Wow, that was right on the edge. I mean, Taco did his best to bring it back. I actually think the way that Fallen took that fight at the end, to me, looked like he should have won that. Like, it just looked very, very solid. But, I don't know. It didn't work out that way, yeah. This is a very cool peep from Taco. Good job. Regardless, NiP, 1 round up.
1 round up, and against a scout, a couple of SMGs, not a whole lot of utility. 2 Deagles on KNG and Lucas.
Setting up for a full execute, which again, you know they're not going to have much, even if they forced into this round. So going for this kind of thing, how do you stop that with what you have on the MIBR side?
Especially the SMGs seem very curious. Like it wouldn't, but we'll see how it goes. Lucas going to be not taken down. Just now he dies, and I think at this point, if you're MIBR, just back away.
Yeah.
Fallen's going to take a bit of damage, a little bit more damage as he's backing off, and yeah, those SMGs never even getting involved in the fight whatsoever. Plopsy's going to get very close up to Taco's position, and that starts to get interesting if you want to take some guns away. Hoping to see Fur retreat. Fur's going to win that battle, but there's no chance of him getting out.
Ooh,
there is now.
Yeah, now there is. Opening at the door a little bit. I can't believe Fur actually wins that second fight. Rez also dropping a bit low here, and if nothing else, this is becoming a fairly expensive round for NiP, although Lecro is out of harm's way. Rez, he just survives on 5 health from the bomb blast, and he'll live through the round. I think for NiP, for that round to really be dangerous in the early stages, they would have to like run into one of the MIBR players who was then playing like close A ramp or something. But when they're all playing that far back and you have all those grenades, like that's it.
When it was a retake on the A bomb site, it's like, oh, those SMGs can't really do much. I'm even actually amazed that Fur got that many kills down the stretch. That helps so much. I mean, just those 2 little bits of bonus money remake some of the cost that was invested. So fair. Well, nice job, I should say.
Yeah. It's back to that story for NiP, isn't it? That like even the rounds where they can make money and they have the lead, they don't.
Well, another good chance here. Only 1 player with armor. Still some upgraded weaponry. That SMG still in Taco's hands. Fallen has a scout. See how much damage they take this round. Pretty quiet across the map as well. Neither of the teams engaging in any kind of skirmishes so far, but all the map controlled basically by NiP. This is going to be a split towards that B bomb site, and to MIBR's credit, they're reading it. They have 3 players dedicated to the bomb site. They've got Fallen and Market who can go back and forth based off the information. And MIBR has a chance here. If they can get some good kills early on, they can stop this push.
That Molotov though, yeah. And I don't know what we do at that point in time. Raining down onto the B bomb site, and nobody there that could really do anything. I mean, they had the people in that position, but the flashbangs, the Molotovs again, and just the first bullet accuracy of that Krieg. 3rd round for NiP.
Nice.
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 Classic call out at this point in time.
3-0. Here comes the double op setup for MIBR. Remember, in that second round bye, KNG kept his money, and Fallen had kept $1,000 as well, despite being dropped to scout. So both of them looking to switch into the op right off the bat. Fallen going for light armor just so he can have some utility. No kits on the CT side, so these ops better work. KNG in the mid window, Fallen at the A bomb site.
Yeah, some some just blind orb shots rain out through the middle, not connecting anywhere. But NiP get this mid control fairly quickly, and they had to use some of the common grenades for it, but I guess that's just how it is. Now that they have the mid control, though, what do they actually want to do with it? Almost outside of B. So, you know, either they're just hoping for something, or I guess they would have to try and split through catwalk, maybe? I do love catwalk splits on this map.
I wonder if Fur was spotted. He definitely spotted Lekro. I would imagine not, since Rez is spamming into each random corner, but Fur's going to stay aggressive looking for something, and he might just find Rez. He's assuming he was worried about those flashbangs being for someone to come through and actually take an aggressive play against him, so he backs out and NiP avoid the danger. But again, B is going to be the end game.
Yeah, now that catwalk split is looking very likely. And Taco, yeah, they're peeking up at that off angle or that vertical angle. KNG missing the early chance for a shot, and that leaves Taco in a very weird position. He'll make up for it, and that's a great opening for Taco. I can't believe he got that kill. And KNG covering from the other side and getting a third kill, shutting down the round. A beautiful, first orb round here out of KNG, who was very, very missing on Inferno. Yeah,
a tough map for him to get involved in, certainly, and he never really seemed to kind of step up to the plate, but this was fantastic. Even missing that first shot, which can be worrying, because that's what's supposed to give Taco the time to reposition, but he does eventually find Twist trying to wrap behind, and then just great movement and great theory about where to rotate next. Because you saw at the same time as KNG's rotating to that doorway and mark to get that long angle, Taco is actually stepping up to get into cover for anyone jumping on top of Van. So perfect cover between perfect work and teamwork between Taco and KNG.
Still money on NiP, obviously. Very quick Plopsky. That is a mad entry. Now he'll go down, but Fur is burning all the while. That is so worth it for NiP. I don't know if they can actually... This is very, very tricky now. They're trying to retake this with 2 orbs and an M4, but they're already a little bit out of position. And Fallen, if he takes the risks and makes this jump and dies, then that's an orb gone and no chance for a retake. He'll stick around, and Forrest will take him right out. Taco, I think he thought, yeah, that's frustration. He thought that was already going to be a completed kill, and he gets downed as well. Oh, man.
Yeah, and even I think I agree with Taco with some of that frustration. That felt like that definitely should have been a kill. The other part of it, too, is if you mentioned how difficult it can be to retake with the AWPs, well, the smoke was clearing and the Ninjas didn't have any left to refresh it, so there were going to be plenty of chances for those AWPs to chime out and get those frags.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Force wins that initial battle against Fallen, and then it all kind of just crumbles behind that kill. So 4th round for NiP, and they reset MIBR in a big way. Actually, excuse me. I take back everything I said. There's 3 members of MIBR sitting at about 2,000, 2,200, so they can actually eke out some kind of a...
Good try, right? And
it's not going to be great, but with the AWP, I think that'll be the concluding factor.
I really, really quite like that that kind of an entry. That was mad. Just the immediate jump down through smoke and everything.
He actually landed in smoke, didn't he? And even still continued the fight and somehow found the kill. So fair play to Plopsky.
Yeah, that was cool. And then obviously the Molotov on top of Fur, I think, I mean Sandwich.
Yeah, and he didn't even notice it was coming in. He was blind when it landed, and then he had no options but to fight to his death. Here's that buy for MIBR because KNG was able to keep the AWP in his hands. Inside connector is Fur. He was very aggressive and stuck around there for a long time in the previous round, but never had a chance for a clean fight, which probably was frustrating. And NiP's given control of mid for free.
Yes, similar setup for MIBR with Fur just playing on that little box and connector. Waiting for it. Last time it looked like he was seconds away from having the angle to find a kill. But as you pointed out, he was a little bit worried about people coming through the smoke or being flashed through the smoke. A minute on the clock and they're going to pick up the bomb. Rez running back for it now. I'm guessing that's a lot of damage on Plopsky and Lekro. So nothing really gained for NiP. Just a long time waiting.
I mean, they had full-blown mid, but they didn't do much with it at all, except just a really basic challenge against Fur. Smoke into window right now, flashbang out in mid, just presence being maintained.
Wow.
But Taco's gonna have a big job to do, and he's the only one here. So if he's not effective, if he's not efficient, they could be in trouble. Plopsky looking exactly for this. The smoke clears 50-50 battle. Oh, he looks away right when the smoke does clear, and Taco's got 2, and he can't add anything onto it. But what information has he gathered? And oh, the whole rotation is here.
Yeah, they know 15 seconds on the clock. Fallen to drop 1, and Lecro gone as well. Twist the last with the bomb up in the hallway, trying to make it back with the AWP, will not be allowed to. That's a strong round, exactly the kind of round that MIBR needed. They pick up another AWP, make it a double up into the next one. They get to save 4 people, and they even stop the NiP economy somewhat here. That's huge.
Yeah, what a massive performance from Taco in that position. It looked like Plopsky was certainly going to clear him out, but just when the smoke starts fading, looks in a new direction. And that's frustrating. Nice job. 4-2, and as you said, back to the pistols for the Ninjas. It's just Deagles out. Rez went for a 1 Deag and not able to connect with it. So things will settle down, and NiP playing very passively. It's MIBR who's going to be the aggressors.
Just Eagles waiting for that kind of a play. Fallen though, stop moving forward at the right time. And that does make all the difference in the world. Plopsky waiting behind the Molotov. And this is, I mean, in this kind of round, I don't really mind if they're all just playing individually. We'll get Fur, in fact. But like, I'm fine with NiP starting this round, just kind of, you know, hoping for sniping away some kills. What else are you going to do?
Yeah, not a whole lot of options. They do have smoke and 2 flash, so the idea of them thinning out the defense a little bit and then maybe using that utility to further isolate some of the defenders. See where they put it into play. Actually, they've picked up a second smoke on Plopsky as he picked up the M4 as well. So now they have some options.
Yeah, but this now
they're going to boost up.
They are, but look at the clock. I mean, there's 30 seconds left. So
I think that's fine. I think you boost up here and you go for a set piece, a pinch onto this A bomb site. You have a smoke that you can block off towards. Obviously, ticket booth is where you're going to want to place it. The hard part is going to be Plopsky getting involved, but he wins a huge fight towards Market. Now they're in danger. KNG tagging up Lecro. Bomb is very much at least going to go down. And now MIBR has a battle on their hands.
This is a huge win for NiP no matter what. I mean, they're going to get thinned out now, which is just, I think, due to the weaponry again, but still really well done. 2 kills and a bomb plant behind nearly nothing. That was impressive. Yeah,
all they brought into it was pistols and I think a smoke and 2 flashes. So, yeah, that is a very nice investment. They get everything you could have asked for. Still 4-3 in their favor, and that plant's going to help them have a much better buy in this round. They can even have Twist on an AWP with armor. But he's going to drop to the Krieg and stay with an all-rifle setup.
I think if KNG had peeked into that connector player there, instead of sort of tagging him, you know, on the edge, I think he would have been shot in the face with the deagle, and that would have been, that could be the end of the round.
Yeah, certainly the risk would have been there.
Yeah, that looked very dangerous.
Timeout for MIBR, recognizing the importance of this round of starting to build some momentum in their favor. They've won 2 in a row, 3 of the last 4. You can hear Zeus in the background being very vocal.
Yeah, another one of those legendary coaches, I think it's fair to say, for a number of different reasons, you know, outside the game and inside.
Well, certainly there's, you know, a coincidence of the amount of majors won by Brazilian teams and then the amount they've won when he hasn't been coaching them.
Yeah, that's true. There's been some correlation there, perhaps. Tactical timeout from NiP on top of it. Back-to-back tactical timeouts. Fair enough. I mean, you can do that. You're allowed to. I think you can just burn.
You can use all 4 if you want.
All of them at the same time.
I've actually talked to Valve about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, listen, if teams really want, they can use all 4 of their timeouts back to back to back to back to back.
So, I mean, what would be the purpose? What would you do in that time? It's not a lot of time, right?
No, well, it's what, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, just if you have something else you want to talk about, or maybe, I mean, listen, I don't know. Maybe at the end of the game, you're like, oh, I might as well just use all my timeouts. Why let them go to waste?
Yeah.
Maybe you're up like 15-5, and you're just like, let's just chill.
Just enjoy the moment.
Also, he could be used to terrorize us as commentators.
That's a good point. That would definitely work. KNG quickly jumping down. They're going to put up a smoke, and he's going to be watching that, and that's an easy kill for him to get. And they've got the underpass covered as well. Fur hiding inside there to catch Forest. Otherwise, that could have been dangerous for KNG. This is a very, very strong defensive middle for MIBR. Rez is going to get a kill, but the bomb drops, and a lot of damage onto Twist, who's now the only one left. That was... yeah, that worked about as well as you could have hoped for in the middle. Oh, okay. Good shot.
It's a very good shot. Oh, and even spotted the op wrapping from around, so Fallen's going to give it up and just back away. But it's Lucas sliding into position, and at some point if he peeks, he's got a couple more seconds, and no, indeed, he's no longer visible. He's going to come back.
I am so glad that Lucas is not peeking this.
Yeah,
I think it would have been a huge mistake if he'd gone straight for it. Now, he hears him running, and that's a different matter.
Whoop.
But again, just like now, ooh, grenade? Yeah. But even then, just like, if you fight him and he just happens to get like the random, you know,
lucky creek headshot, yeah.
Even if you feel like well, it's like a 95% chance that I'll win that battle no matter what. It's not worth it. So, good job, Lucas.
Good job, Lucas. All tied up 4-4. Yeah, this was very good Miz presence, and obviously a nice round from KNG as well. This time MIBR gets to go up against Pistol, so nothing too dangerous. There is utility. There's a lot of utility, which makes me feel like the end game will be a B hit once they eventually just make sure no one's pushing up mid. Lekro and Forrest back there top mid for the T side, just saying, we want to see if someone's going to push up here. We want them to see us if they push up, but we do eventually want to end at the B bomb site, because this feels like you just throw your smokes in, bomb the flashbangs as you run. Although, to be fair, could be the same with the A bomb site.
They could do the same, yeah. I don't know. It just feels like people, when they're in air pistols, prefer B. You know, you get close, you get up close.
Yeah, but what's weird about it is I think Deagles are better suited for the A bomb site, right? Yeah. I feel like for the B bomb site is when like the P250s and the CZs come into play, because you can like really run and gun with them, or like the Tech 9s, because you can be so mobile and trying to wrap around those pillars. Deagles, I don't think are as functional when you're trying to be mobile, but listen, someone could just turn this corner and bang out KNG. We'll see. Plopsy's giving it a good college try, and actually he's tagged him up a little bit. KNG moves forward. One's already gotten past, so they've got to be careful. Taco out in the open. But now it's managed okay. Plopsky's here. A missed shot from KNG, goes back for more, and the plant does go down, and there's a real chance. There is a real chance Twist can win this.
Giving him the AWP, and he'll take down Lucas. A nice triple for Twist so far. He'll smoke it off and try to make sure that Fur can't get a clean shot on him through that window and the kitchen. And now he's slowly backing up into the corner. There's an HE grenade on Fur, and Twist does not have armor, and that is very bad news. So Fur guesses the position here. That in itself could be a bit of a problem, but so far he's got the rifle out. Twist has got the right idea. Oh, he sees it. The gun barrel, and he'll turn around. Oh, wait, the kit. Yeah, he's just picked it up now.
He even ran an extra 10 steps. If he doesn't get this, he's going to...
Oh, dear. Oh.
There's one right at the other side of that pillar as well. He ran past a kit to the further kit.
Oh, my God. That is, well, unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, he's going to be the one everyone focuses on. Fur's going to be the one that everyone focuses on
sure.
in this round loss because of that defuse kit situation. It should have never gotten there. It absolutely should have never, ever been there. And yeah, it does sometimes happen, but that's too much to give up to just those pistols.
It really is. Brilliant round out of Twist.
Yeah.
That was well done. But that's got to be frustrating, surely. For MIBR's economy, they can still buy in this round, but they, you know, it'll hurt them.
Well, now this changes. I mean, their economy after that many losses was always going to be a little bit suspect moving forward. But this is like a harsh reset, right? They have one round of losing bonus build up. If they lose this, it would go to 2. But the most money they have in the bank is $100 on Fallen. They are not comfortable in any way.
Necro wanting to get close. The smoke is up. They're waiting right on the other side. And so is Lucas, and he's so well prepared. A beautiful double kill, taking down Rez and Necro. And now 3 versus 4. They've been slowed down a lot. Fur actually wanted to catch the forward player. That's the bomb out in the middle of nowhere. A bit too much aggression maybe on Fallen. You want to be really careful. You got the 2 versus 3. Tacos on the flank. Just even if it means they get the bomb down here, just don't throw away this lead. You can see NiP. They're very, very worried about having to sort of check everything all at once. Twist was just looking for Taco, so they know that there could be a flank coming in. It's not such a surprise. It's happened before. And he'll win the fight against Taco. That's a massive kill. But Fallen, that's Forest down, and the bomb dropping on the wrong side of the ticket booth. So now Twist has got a very, very hard job to do here. Orbs covering every side. He's going to make the jump over. You almost looked like you wanted to PK in, and maybe you could have even beat him to it there. Now, jumping up on top and going for it. Fallen will take him down. And they win that round, Fallen on 1 health. My God, that's scary.
That is very scary. And I think if you're NiP, you buy into this just like you did with the Deagles. Try and make something similar happen again, because you know the money is still so very low. You know that you still haven't met that breaking point. You're just jockeying for the monetary control.
Just go for it. Yeah, it's possible, right?
I mean, they're just grabbing the upgraded pistols, but they're not buying armor behind it, which for me is I mean, it makes sense long term. They already have 5 rounds, so I mean, they're sitting in an okay position for going into the final third of this half. But you could deliver a huge, huge knockout blow to the economy of MIBR with a win here. Another tactical pause coming out the second for the Brazilians.
It really has been like the change for this tournament for a bunch of teams to use these really early on, right? Because I think I don't know if people were explicitly doing it for this reason, but it felt like at least that some teams had started to use those tactical timeouts. Like I'd save them for like, you know, oh, well, if it goes all 30 rounds, or like, you know, we'll have some at the end, you know, for when things are really rough. And now it feels like teams using them like early on just to stabilize, you know. So like before things get out of control, let's just everybody make sure we're on the same page. Double orb, MP9s, M4 there on Lucas. No armor on NiP, so I mean they're gonna try and go for it. I think, you know, definitely be here. You mentioned earlier with the P250s and the CCs and everything else. That's a dead giveaway.
Well, I don't think I would be shocked if this happens twice, especially considering this SMG on Taco against unarmored pistols. Yeah, the flashbangs can be perfect and everything. Now, if they do get Taco, that's when these things open up and get really dangerous attacking into the bomb site with how quickly they can wrap around the pillars. You also have Fur this time on Catwalk, who can turn around and help out very quickly, especially when the utility is spotted streaming over the walls. So this is not going to be easy. Smoke coming in, so NiP is going to have to wait a little bit longer. Thankfully for the Ninjas, no one on MIBR on the defense is pushing up to find any information, so there still could be 5, you know, NiP players waiting outside of the A-bomb site. There could be 5 NiP players in mid.
Yeah, but now it's just so much worse. Now they've even got Fur in that corner. And a little bit of a jump there. The flashbangs are in. But again, unarmored targets and SMGs just don't really mix that well. All of them get chewed up. 4 of the kills with the SMG, and then Fallen with the orb at the end. So 6-5, and MIBR a slight lead here, going into the last third of the half. And now NiP can buy everything they want, more or less. Still haven't seen Twist start with the orb much in some of these rounds. I'm not sure that's even like a big problem, but just hasn't been prioritized that much.
No, they've just had a tough time. I think this double op setup has been really powerful for MIBR, because the scoreline looks great for NiP with 5 already. But remember, some of that was off the pistol round and the 2 ensuing rounds. They have not done a great job once the rifles and once this double op has come out for the NiP. Even one of the other 2 wins was with that pistol rush towards the B bomb site. So gun rounds haven't looked pretty for the Swedish team. And this time, 4 players dedicated on the side of the A bomb site side of the map.
Both sides just sort of keeping an eye on middle, but nobody really committing to actually taking that control yet. I wonder if NiP have been looking at MIBR demos or just have a suspicion that they're going to try and go for like retakes on mid, you can do that just like you do retakes on, you know, top banana on Inferno, right? Like you could wait and then, you know, flash your way through peak window, peak connector, peak catwalk, sort of all at the same time. Like, it's perfectly doable, but so I'm wondering, because NiP have done this for a while and they've wasted like 30-ish seconds just looking, waiting for a long time. And once again, down to 40 seconds, and it's not like they've got a lot out of it. Leaving Plopsky and Forest in middle. Going to try and crunch the A-bomb site where 4 people are holding.
Ooh, that's a great nade onto Forest. Here we go, close up. Twist is going to find Fur caught way out in the open. He's in no man's land. So Lucas has a big job. Flash goes well past him. Rez can't win that fight, but now Lucas is stuck. He can't fall back. He must fight. And he almost actually wins the follow-up, but they all go the way of NiP. Even Taco inside of the smoke. Even KNG trying to push forward. 6-6. Saving was never a thought in anyone from MIBR's mind that round.
No, it wasn't. But that was not a risk-free round at all here for NiP. Twist was the one putting the bomb down, and I think he had 10 health, and there was not that much time on the clock. So it's just saying that, you know, if anyone has like a stray HE grenade towards the end or takes a shot through a box or something like that, like, look at them coming up the ramp here. That's you know, now we're seeing...
I wonder if that's why Fur
like,
was like way out in the open. Is he's just like, I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, it could well be.
But still, that's a weird place to get caught.
That's if you're MIBR, that's a little bit upsetting because you had 4 people at that A-bomb site.
Yep, the whole round.
The whole round, and you even kind of saw what was coming. Like you sort of had like a little bit of advanced warning. So yeah, maybe they should have done better in that round. Regardless.
No, I mean they absolutely should have. That's why that kill on Fur was so egregious in my mind. Is you have that many people there. And walking out in the open like that means none of them can help you. You just became a free kill. No chance for a trade there. There's no crossfire set up with that. And then look at the consequences of it. It's tied up 6-6. You have no money left after this buy. So this is the difference of saying, you know, NiP 5 rounds already is a pretty good half. To now, if they can turn this round in their favor, if they can steal this round away from MIBR, all of a sudden it's a phenomenal half. They could be looking at 9-6.
Yeah, they can start to really run away with it. That is the point, isn't it? Rez, it's a long range, and Fallen is down to 4 health. You like that shot from KNG early on?
I like this call even more from Forrest. He's like, oh, you already destroyed the guy playing in jungle who likely going to run away. And, I mean, it doesn't work, but the idea was there, and that could have netted a kill, and we'll see what happens afterwards. Lucas has fallen or burned or something to his death.
But how? I am...
We do kind of need to see that one. Good op shots.
Did he jump from the balcony down?
I think maybe someone must have thrown a Molotov. There was a smoke on top of the balcony. Someone must have thrown a Molotov that he threw to try and extinguish it, but yeah. Show us the death. Show us the death. No?
That's, you know, last round he's in B looking this time, over at the A ramp taking a look. I just like the mobility. I like the different styles coming out here. Keeping NiP guessing. Oh, maybe they saw that. Yeah, now they definitely saw it. Flashbang does reveal that someone's there, but they still don't know about the AWP, and that could be a bit of a problem. Dropping the bomb as Forrest gets taken out, and KNG standing his ground with the sniper rifle, close range. It's Twist and Rez left. 2 versus 3, and Rez coming after connector. Maybe he could catch a quick kill on someone while they're all looking at Twist. The spray is great here for Twist, taking down KNG. And he's picked up the bomb. Molotov, oh, it's just going to be a second too late. Maybe that would have kept Fur back, but instead, it's Rez going down. And what can Twist do? He's got 50 seconds.
And he's got the bomb. He can just book it straight over to the other bomb site, and still MIBR has to be kept honest at A, so he's got plenty of time to make this happen. That was, by the way, a very risky defense. You had KNG with an op close at top A ramp, and you had Fallen with an op in sandwich. Like, that is and yeah, you did have a third player there, but 2 ops in those close-up positions is a bit dicey. Taco has read this at the correct moment. He's going to spot it. So Fur's on his way over right now. And as long as Taco doesn't get ahead of himself, they should be able to handle this in a 2-on-1.
Yeah, they should. And good restraint there. Ooh, they actually see each other. Twist is obviously just looking to thin this out. Just any fight he can take right now to make it a 1-on-1. That would be huge. One flash goes in. They still have another one on Taco. They could try and do it again if they really want to, but they're just going to win the fight. Fur will take him down. And Taco has a kit, and I think they're waiting just as if he can get closer to an orb somewhere on the map. So, an 8th round for MIBR.
Yeah.
Man, avoiding that collapse in the previous round has really done something good for them.
Yeah, they've done that a couple times, avoiding absolute disaster, despite the fact that they've been on the brink of it a couple times. I mean, even these rounds for NiP, these last 3 that they've won have been sporadic. They've just been one by one. They haven't strung any together. So MIBR's never been fully reset, despite dropping them some low economic buys. 8-6, and the plant is going to help NiP get something, but it's not pretty. 3 UMPs, a Galil, and a Krieg.
Yeah, this is never really like a fair way to try and describe it, but you know, just for the fun of it, if they hadn't won the pistol round, like maybe it would be 11-3 or something in favor of MIBR.
Yeah, the gun rounds for NiP have not gone well at all.
Yeah.
And another one is going to start out very poorly. Fur with an opening kill.
Yeah, I don't always think like that kind of analysis doesn't always really hold up, but
it's not entirely fair as well.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of things change if you know, if things play out differently. Like you can't just change that one aspect of it, but you know, just as a way to try and explain it.
But it's one of those luxuries we have as commentators.
It is, yeah, it's a great luxury. I very much appreciate it. Rez has gone down early on in the round, so that's a problem all the way over at the A hallways. That was that early fight happening. Now they're going to try and see if they can speed it up, flash their way through. The flashbang makes them, or at least crosses the first window, and they're down on the low ground. Plopsky to take down Taco, and that's a nice read from Twist. They've tried to do that push before, MIBR, and this time they were ready for it. Plopsky will take down Fur, and it's looking much better here from NiP. Maybe they get that 7th round. I mean, they're already doing really well. 6 rounds is pretty good. 7, it's going to be at the end, and that should be some good celebration coming out of NiP. That's a huge win for them.
You got to be happy to grind out 7 in that half, and what a difficult 7 it was. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to see who wins this series between MIBR and Ninjas in Pajamas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 8-7 in the first half here. The final map between MIBR and NiP. Very, very close affair we've got on our hands. And I don't know. It's just become the NiP formula for me now when I'm watching these games. Is like a feeling that they're really running into a lot of trouble. Like things aren't working out so well, and then they still hang on. They're still here. Still done a good job. So with a pistol round here, or even without it, like they could bring it back and win this.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I think a lot of people have been impressed with what we've seen out of this team in recent memory. What a turnaround. 8-7 in the favor of MIBR.
I'm noticing as well, Forrest only has 3 kills. That surely cannot last.
Actually, I didn't even think about that. That almost makes it more impressive in a way, considering how big a part of the puzzle he is. Imagine if he was fragging a little bit harder, they could have a massive lead. See how it goes in the CT side. Again, it doesn't always work like that in practice, but it's a B-rush. Here we go.
Yeah, they're running right for it. Forrest is here, maybe to try and collect some kills. Lecro will begin, and Forrest actually goes down right away. Lecro got 2, but then Fur is there with the return as well, and Taco, that's a nice flank. Wrapping around the bomb site to take down Rez, and Twist has been discovered with a single jump. Brilliant shot, though, realizing, well, if you're just going to be jumping to hold me back, I'll take out a teammate instead. And now it's a 2-on-2. Plopski's got the kit coming in, and now can they work together, NiP, to win this pistol round, or will MIBR be off to a good start in the second half? They're certainly trying to coordinate it well enough here. Plopski with a fight, Twist with one more kill, falling down and fallen! That's a brilliant play.
Picks him right out of the sky. He even gets that kill, spins up to see if the push is coming, and instead he knows what's next. He knows the only other option is to jump out of the window before Fallen can fully get his attention in that direction. That is a stunning shot.
Oh man, this is so cool.
Oof.
He's so quick. Yeah, that is the kind of fire that I just haven't seen in MIBR for a long time.
I want to know what he says when he clutches that, because he is like, that looked like, you know, 3 sentences to me, so he's not just like yelling and cheering. I think he's got to be saying like, yeah, who's your daddy? Fallen's your daddy.
I could see that.
Yeah.
It's the return of Bad Fallen. Yeah, 9-7. That was, I mean, obviously right on the edge. I like the idea for MIBR to sort of go for that rush, but Lekro almost ruined the day for them again.
Yeah, he had a very nice pistol round. Remember, that was a 3-man stack at the B bomb site, which is pretty crazy to think about. Like we've seen a couple stacks just busted up fully by the offense, not able to hold on to it, despite the fact that they have the numbers, they have the read of what's coming, or they have the blind call at the very least. Now all MIBR have to do is survive this second round.
Yeah, which has been a a struggle for some of the team, mostly on the CT side, but still. Up against a scout and 3 deagles. It's one of those things where, again, if you go too slowly against this and get slowly tagged away, but now they're all there. Chance for Plopski, could have maybe even been a 2-for-1 type shot. Lucas is low. Oh, nice shot. Taking him out afterwards, but then the grenades rain in to ruin the party for him. Oh, Lekro just not even stop it and take that shot, I think. And now Forest, yeah, they should be giving him no fights here. It's not worth it. Just leave him alone. Wait until there's, less time.
One really struggling, or Forest really struggling to find some of those kills. I think, unfortunately, for NiP, because I think they had a pretty good setup for that, the way that MIBR, like the route they took to get into connector was just barely outside of Plopski's vision. So by the time he actually saw them, they were already swinging out of the choke point, which means there was no warning. There was no time for warning his players that were stacked up on the balcony. They were just way exposed from behind, which is really, really unfortunate. Because he's obviously staring there with the scout and thinking at some point, I'll see somebody's head. Or by the time I spot him, they'll maybe just be coming up the first few stairs. Instead, it was when they were turning the corner, and that gave MIBR an extra second on the jump.
A single smoke on res. Lord knows why. Don't you normally have a flashbang in this round? Isn't that the whole point?
No.
What is the smoke gonna do?
Smoke. Maybe he hit the wrong hotkey. Fat fingers and all that, Yeah. He's got those sausage fingers.
It could be. He's put it up in connector.
Johnsonville sausage fingers. Ooh. See, that's what the smoke was for.
What does that mean?
Johnsonville? It's just a brand of sausages. It means absolutely nothing.
Someone's fishing for sponsorship, I guess.
I don't even like sausage. Oh, bless it all.
Lekro. Eagle back here. A couple of shots being missed, and every shot, decreases the chances that things will end happily for you. All the way down to 0. Forest, again. Any kills right now I think would be nice. Let's get Forest back in action here. Get him warmed up before it's too late.
I think, yeah, he needs it right now. They need him to come alive, especially depending on where he's going to be defending on this map. But MIBR, this is a nice, solid lead they have.
I would actually love it if somebody could clip just the audio of you saying, I don't even like sausage, because it sounds very defensive. So,
well, here's what's real messed up about that is I do kind of like sausage, so I don't even know why I said that in the heat of the moment.
You're just trying to get out.
It's also just weird.
Trying to escape.
Just trying to pull the parachute, and none of the cords are working, so I just keep going.
Well, can we say you have an ambivalent relationship to sausages? Like,
Yeah,
feels
sometimes.
Like all right.
I'm a, buy sausage.
Perfect. It's. I almost want to just let you keep talking. Rez and Plopsky and Twist are holding the bomb site. There's 3 of them. Triangular type setup. And there's going to be a waterfall out of the apartments. 4 people running in for MIBR. They're going to be right down here, just running onto it. Twist gets 1, and Rez with the follow-up. That defense works better than I was expecting. Only Plopsky going down so far for NiP, and Fallen very low on health. I thought for sure that was going to be too much to handle.
They need to get this bomb over to somebody who can actually plan, who actually has HP, because the smokes are going to clear, and I think it might actually already be too late. This is going to be so tough for the MIBR to get back into this round. Molotov forces Electro back, and MIBR is just going to bail out, but they've only got 2 flashbangs. Barely any utility on either team. Electro pushing up mid. He could gather all the information in the world, but he could equally get caught. They're still running. They still have to be careful about this. No one's looking. No one's paying attention. Huge trade for KNG. That's massively important, but the HP is just so low.
And Rez is down here. I don't think they've heard him, but he definitely knows. Twist is posted up here. He gets the flick regardless of the flashbang. And now Fallen, well, at least going to go for the bomb plant, and the money will certainly help them. But actually coming out of this alive, again, that just seems almost impossible. He's locked in between 2 players with 12 health. He's got the right idea. He knows Rez is there. He gets the kill, and now turning around. He's got the deagle out. Either weapon would do it right now, but he's low on health. Twist. Has he actually done it? He walks into the shot. Fallen, I can't believe he's still alive. And Twist, he's going to be furious about that shot as well. Crouching into it, but Fallen wins the 1-on-2. A fantastic clutch coming out. And that is, I don't know, that's maybe the first nail in the coffin here for NiP.
Oh, that's so mental that he wins that. The fact that the awareness to check the flank and just to hold it, that's so brilliant. And I would love to have, that's the kind of thing where you'd wish you could just pull Fallen aside after this and be like, walk me through what's going through your head in this clutch. Like, I'm assuming if I had to think, he's saying, because he checks Catwalk and he says, if someone was flanking Catwalk, they'd be here already. So just hold the flank. You have to take a risk somewhere, right? And then obviously the call that Twist was low forces the deagle into his hand.
Wow, that was a real tipping point in the game.
Those are the kind of plays from Fallen we used to get when MIBR was at their best that made them such a difficult team to beat. Was, that veteran and that wily ability to win clutches from so many different players.
Remember, he won that pistol round as well in the beginning of this half, right? So just in a couple of really important rounds there. A party over at the B bomb site.
And yeah, full stack at that B bomb site. Just Twist over at A. They do at least have a scout on Plopsky peering towards Catwalk, but MIBR knows this round is going to be tough for NiP. They know if likely there could be some craziness, some aggressive play, some stack, and they're being very, very cautious.
Yeah, out of all the ways that you could maybe let go of the lead that you have, don't want to be doing it to just this kind of a buy and a stack in the B-bomb site. But Fallen right now is just, they're doing everything right. Only Twist going to be here with a deagle. So it's great one tap, but unfortunately there's nobody here to follow it up. They were all having a party over at the B-bomb site. So everything should be just fine. MIBR, just go over the bomb plant, secure the positions, and calm down afterwards. And don't go for early fights.
Don't go for early fights. Lekro's going to try and push the envelope. Plopsky taking a lot of damage. He's going to go down now. Couldn't retreat because of the flames. Good shot from behind from Lekro. And Forrest would love to just get this op and bail out. That needs to be his #1 goal. And he's going to be able to do just that. So an op recovered by NiP, which isn't bad whatsoever, all things considered. But there's no more of these silver linings of being able to save one weapon. They have to start winning. They need to close this gap. They have yet to win a round on their defensive side. It's been 5 straight for MIBR to open up the second half, and they're going to be up 13-7, just 3 rounds away from knocking the Ninjas out of the tournament.
Yeah, that is the actual fact of it. That was the 4th kill from Forrest in that round, and I mean that's also just a kill that has no impact. So, I rarely ever see Forrest not not have his hand on the game. I have to imagine it's not going to last forever. But again, they're running out of time. 13-7, 21st round. An attempt there. Not able to connect, unfortunately, and double up now in the hands of NiP. Maybe that is the solution.
Maybe. The hard thing is it's taken so long to get that solution out into the field of play. You know, if you don't win that pistol round as a CT side team, you usually don't even see the double up until round 5 or 6. And here we are. It must work now. They have no chance to have this be a complete disaster. Plopsky, Rez, and Twist over at that A bomb site. Twist very far back towards ticket booth. All of MIBR getting ready to line up, and out in the open is Rez. That's a huge kill onto KNG with the AWP. That's a pick you would have expected KNG to be able to get. Just not expecting the peak, not ready for that fight.
One for going down to Lecro. So 2 just, you know, individual fights being won by NiP early on here. And again, this buys everything for them right now. So the fact that they're able to pick it up is huge.
And now it's about preserving the amount of people you keep alive to win this round.
Yeah, don't do the classic NiP thing, well, at least classic for a couple of weeks now, where you have the lead, but then, you know, and even winning the round, you end up losing too much. Twist getting 1 kill, pushing in. That should have probably been a shot, but it's not. And Lucas just going down, falling straight for the plant in a 1 versus 2 again. And now it's going to be a 1 versus 2 here with the AWP. He's scoped up in the right position. If they go on top of the stairs, that might be a huge mistake. They're waiting for him to make 1 themselves. Lecro had his eyes trained. They've got 2 Molotovs and an HE. If he waits, he might be in trouble. A brilliant flick. He sees Plopsky, and he's back into the spawn. He's going to go back for it again. He almost had that fallen. Surely there can't be a 3rd clutch in this game. He's done so much already. Jump through, a 1 shot here, and Plopsky coming out of the smoke, falling, missing the shot. Now he's on top of the fire. It just goes out, and Plopsky will chase him down. He doesn't have a kid. Fallen has done it 1 more time. That is so outrageous.
I cannot believe he's won another one. He is so impressive in this game. Fallen is back, baby. At least for this map, you have to admire it. That shot on Lecro is such a fast flick.
Yeah, that's. He obviously can't guess how many Molotovs they have left, but if he had said, you know, I'm gonna stay here and look at the stairs the whole time, for sure they throw 1 good Molotov, and then there's absolutely nothing left. So
yeah. Well, he also needed the information. I mean, there's so many ways to break down that clutch. What a cool performance from Fallen in this game. The pistol round, the previous 1 versus 2, and now this.
Is this going to be the knockout? I think they might just try and say, you know what, you can't have that much left to try and stop us with. Yep, Lecro there with the UMP. Taco jumping out on the low ground. Oh, they'll lose the first fight. And there's a Molotov behind that. They actually might have slowed them down enough. Lecro, that's a very good opening kill. Forrest will get 2 in return, tapping away. The HE comes out. KNG wants Fallen instead to take the damage, and they'll get the return. It's still a 2-on-2. The fight is not done yet. Rez is on the bomb site, and backup is being called for it. Plopsky's starting to make his way into the kitchen. And obviously, Fallen just now waiting. They've slowed it down, MIBR. They want NiP to make the mistake. Just 1 misstep, and this whole map could be gone in the series as well. Oh my god, what a flick coming up from KNG and Rez. He only saw the gun barrel. It wasn't enough, but they know where he is. And Fallen going to be peeking right into it. Another victory coming through. Powered by Fallen and KNG assisting, and 15-7.
And this is that level MIBR hits that just makes them so difficult to beat. All these clutches seem to go their way. The intuitive teamwork that comes out in these clutch scenarios is so beautiful. They lost all the important battles to start this round.
Yep.
The entry, the follow-up, it's just the recovery from the final 2 players that is so impressive. Well done from MIBR, 15-7. And NiP, after those 2 clutches from Fallen, after that round right now, they have to just be stunned. What more must we do to win a round here on Mirage?
Yeah, I mean, that was so perfect. Forrest aggressively pushing, and a beautiful double. He had a double in the last round. 2 will go down, but that shouldn't really matter. Twist with a good revenge as well. Got to be careful that he doesn't go down here in the middle. That would really be a bit of a shame. Rez will help him out, and that leaves Taco in a 1 versus 4. So Forrest, that's 4 kills across the last 2 rounds. That's a big change. And if they want any dream even of making a comeback into overtime, it has to start with that at least.
Yeah, I guess that's the first step, right? Ooh, good win from Taco. There's a chance here. Another follow-up against Twist, who's low HP at top mid. If he's able to get that, which he will be, 1-on-2 now, and certainly NiP's thinking, not again. Please, God, no. Taco hasn't considered the flank, but man, if he had just looked that way a half second earlier, he might have been prepared for the fight. 15-8, a costly win for NiP, but they've finally taken all the money away from MIBR as well. So they should be able to feel, they don't feel comfortable, but they should be able to build up some more money in the economy after this round. Although I say that, but of course, we're getting MIBR into a bye.
Which is, I mean, you know, they've got that fire under their feet. They feel like this is, you know, this is working out pretty well. But it's obviously a risk. Could give NiP that basis, that little bit of momentum to start to bring them back in the game. First snuck in all the way. He's right underneath them. He's going to be crouching through the edge. Oh, but Twist. I don't know if that's blind or not, but he's certainly taking it out firm. Ready for the deagle peek as well. Just the shoulder.
Now pushing up into connector. Twist's going to try and challenge a little bit more, exert his will across the map. Lucas can't flick over fast enough. Even Fallen being brought down, so triple kill from Twist in a very nice performance here in round 24. He's got 4 kills, going for the ace. Plopsky's going to take it from him. And I'm sure he's fine with that. 15-9, NiP just 6 rounds away from overtime.
6 rounds, yeah. And I mean, now slightly helped by the fact that MIBR sort of, you know, went a little bit for that buy, and now
yeah, it's so hard to criticize because I feel like we see those buys like win pretty with relative frequency, but it's like with such a big lead, why not just save one, and then this round you'd have AKs, you'd have all AKs.
Yeah, it does seem like the high percentage, you know, chance for a 1 round. Twist. Absolutely ready for it. No punishment from anywhere. Rez and Forrest would have both been there, even if they had tried to jump out top mid. But it's all Glocks, so I'm assuming they're just having a little talk, having a little conversation, figuring out what's going on.
Why not take a quick little pause, a quick little timeout?
And I mean, there are so many calls sort of that you can make. They've already gone for like the B explosion, so I'm guessing that maybe that'll feel like that should be further away in their minds if they want to go for that. Maybe it's like but we already sort of did that the one time. I'm still always a fan of the fast catwalk plays. You smoke off connector and you smoke off window, and then you 3 people run catwalk while maybe one guy's throwing flashbangs or something, and you clear that corner immediately.
Right.
And then you have like one guy in the B hallways, obviously, who's going to be there, but I think that would be fun.
Now, the winner...
Throwing the bomb in first. Surely that's a round-winning recipe.
Listen, why not try something creative when you're in such a desperate scenario? Plopsky's going to be frustrated he missed all those shots. And
I'm sure it was the bomb throwing that did that.
The winner of this series, I believe, will face off against the losers of, or the loser of Renegades EG.
Oh, that's going to be hard no matter what.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I think the tournament from here on out, yeah, that certainly does probably on paper seem to be the harder matchup. The other matchup we have in the winner's bracket is G2 versus Fnatic. 2 teams there's still some question marks about, but Fnatic recently off their win at DreamHack Malmö, looking like they're going to be a scary team moving forward. And those are the matches we have for you later today. So if you think the Counter-Strike's done now, you would be incorrect. G2 versus Fnatic and Renegades versus Evil Geniuses, both coming up to end the day here at Starlighter. And those will be presented to you by Henry G and Semler.
That is, in fact, correct.
Or is it Semler and Henry G? Do we know which one is first in that partnership yet?
I'm not sure. It could really, it could be either one, I think. We've yet to establish that kind of presentation.
Oh, baby, I love this. They put out the Molotov themselves, and they get up towards Tetris. It's going to force a lot of utility out, but there's some damage being taken. But, ooh, Plopsky burns. He didn't realize that Molotov spread, I don't think, or maybe he was just forced into the open and a little bit of damage from Fallen. This is perfect.
Oh.
And do they realize Taco's still here? They do now, but there was a chance.
Yeah, but he's just playing a distraction. Everyone else has fallen back, and there's only one person at the B-bomb side. If Taco, I mean, it might actually still be enough, but certainly if Taco gets to live another 10 seconds, then they're going to be way too late to even get to the B-bomb side. And now they've left Fur here again. I really love this play, and Fur just peeking behind that and taking down Twist. They had no idea. This is MIBR pushing in to try and sort of like, you know, pin in a couple of players deep on the map and then rotating back behind it. It's such a smart play. But now Fur goes down. They're on the B-bomb side, and they can't win this fight either. And that's going to lose them the round. NiP surviving that, and that's impressive. That was a very cool idea for MIBR.
Yeah, but it was a cool idea for MIBR, but I think they were way too dedicated to it. When Fur gets that kill, like, you can call off that fake. If you're coming through a smoke with 50 seconds left, like, I know the entire point of the strategy is a fake, but you don't need to press it if you don't have everything you like. You had the kills on the other side of the map. This is a 3-on-4, and they just get stumped. Obviously, they can't know that Forrest had rotated over and wasn't completely fooled by the fake, but coming through that smoke is a bit brutal. However, I agree with you. I like that strategy. Yeah, I'd like to see them go for it again.
It's a cool idea, right? I don't know for sure if maybe... Did Taco not have any smokes or anything when he's at Tetris there? This round's going to be clean up. I was just wondering, because he was trying to get back from the ramp, and I wondered if he could even just hold one time, just throwing the smoke and saying, okay, I'm never going to live through this, but if I can keep 3
Was it his smoke or the other smoke for the Molotov? That might be the one question.
Yeah. Well, those are some tiny details, I guess. Lecro with a good cleanup in the round. 3rd kill for him in that one, and 21 overall. And it's 15-12 right now. MIBR with a still with a good lead, but NiP, suddenly that comeback seems well within reach.
Yeah, again, just the resilience of this Swedish team. They've now won 5 in a row.
30 kills on Twist.
Yeah, not too shabby. And even Forrest, you mentioned one of the big keys was going to be him picking it up. He had, what, 3 kills at the beginning of this half or something along those lines? He has got 12 right now. So starting to exert a little bit more of an impact. Oh, Twist, that's an awkward timing. He's going to get away. Here's the shots and doesn't want to go back for the repeak. Even Forrest just getting into cover at the correct moment. Silence on the map. No one outside of the A-bomb site for MIBR. Everyone's in mid. Twist.
Oh my god.
And there's both of those are deadly close.
Fur just didn't even care. Yeah, I heard those shots ringing right past my ear, but I'm still got a job to do, so.
Oh my dear God, that he's done this.
Yeah, it's outrageous, isn't it?
Rez is looking in that direction though, but he's not going to be expecting anyone top stairs.
This is just, it's hard to even explain how wild of a play this is.
I don't think that can be seen with the scope. Oh, it's so brutal.
And Twist died to not the same thing, but similar thing as in last round. He's going to be so upset here. This is just almost criminal level of confidence out of Fur. Inside of the B-bomb side. They're going for something very similar here. It's Lecro holding it. Forrest is far away. Lecro has to stand on his own to get the kill, and Lucas will drop him and follow up on Forrest. And NiP, that's a hard way to lose this round, because
this map,
this series, everything falling apart with this. But that is so smart for MIBR. They see the relaxed defense in middle. They let Fur do what he is one of the best players in the world at. And KNG trying to get that kill. It's Taco to follow up, and Rez is even being flanked in the meantime by Fur. There's no way out of this one. He's going to go for the fight, and it's a 1-on-3 now. But yeah, that bomb is already ticking, and he walks into the shot. It's 16-12, and MIBR will take down NiP in all 3 maps. A hard victory here at the end, but they did a good job.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, NiP is going to be disappointed, but increasingly we're seeing a better and better look out of them. So I think overall, when the pain of this loss fades, I think they can be a little bit happy with the kind of product they're putting out there onto the map. And for MIBR, they're going to be ecstatic with this victory. And also, I think they can be very proud of the improvements they've made. These are the results starting to catch up with the improvements that we've seen over the past few months. And I mean, there's, you know, as impressive as you want to say it about that, how cool to see Fur doing plays like that we just saw in the last round. How cool is it seeing Fallen with his clutches at this in this Mirage? Just a great series overall between both of these teams, in my opinion.
Yeah, I really agree. That sort of MIBR spirit that we had for a long time.
That we like to see.
Yeah, it looked like the flame had just gone out, and I'm excited to
now
see it back.
Now they're fully back and flaming.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And also on the other side, we've still got Furia, and they're playing with the same sort of passion that they've been playing all throughout, I feel like.
Yeah, but they're a little bit more of like a a two-face. Like one side of the coin is really cool, the other side of the coin is like burnt and nasty, and you don't want to deal with it at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, but, I mean, there's so fun in that.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm all about. I'm happy. I'm happy just to have that. Speaking of fun, we've got Paula with the
And you
interview
don't
ready.
need to save us this time, dude.
No saving, just Paula.
Very happy that I'm not having to save Anders and Jason Moso all this time. I'm joined by Wilton from MIBR. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it very much. Happy to be here.
I'd like to focus on a couple of those last rounds. Firstly, the round after you secured your 15th point on the board, because it looked like it was going really well. You faked onto A and then you sent a couple people through B, but it didn't quite pan out. What happened?
We had a really good advantage, but we kind of left it for a little freestyle, and Lucas decided to throw a smoke on Catwalk to help sell the fake, to help her, but he didn't realize that we were actually ending up B, so I think it tipped them off, and they ended up stacking that side, or at least putting a little bit more pressure, so made our life a little bit harder, but we were in control of that T side a lot of the times. It didn't freak us out, because we had a few bad rounds, like mess-ups that would frustrate a lot of times, but today we're in a really good mood, so just let it slide, another round, and finish with a win. That's what matters, I think, right?
And talking about the winning round, it looked as though you had a good read on middle and played from there. Can you talk me through the last round?
Yeah, our deal was actually just to go for an initial pick and see if we got that pick. We wanted to just slow down and let them make the mistakes. We didn't want to try to force the issue a little too much. The pick didn't come the way we thought, but we were able to get Fur inside of connector, and he's just that kind of player where he'll try to find some gaps, he'll try to use it, and once we put him in that position, we knew that he'd create the chaos that we needed when we wanted to explode B, because we already had the call on this one for the end of the round. So as soon as he made contact, we exploded B. I think we had a really good advantage situation, caught them off guard, and were able to close out the match.
It seems to me as though KNG is definitely warming into the team and finding good performances in certain games. What can we expect to see from him over the rest of the tournament and just going forward as he gets more and more used to being a part of this squad?
Yeah, like I always say, KNG is a monster. He's just such a really great player, and everything that he does is, it's been hard for us to incorporate into the team because we have two really amazing operators, and it's not an usual play style, at least not at this level. And in the beginning it was hard, but we're able to incorporate some plays like people had never seen before, 2 ops underpass in Mirage before. We've been doing it for a few matches now, and it's been getting a success rate for us, so it's for sure looking promising with him. It's better than it was before by a lot.
Awesome. Well, Wilton, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on the victory. I'll let you go off and join your team. It will be MIBR getting the win over NiP.